Hey guys, it is morning time right now. It's Friday. I just woke up probably about a half an hour ago. So today I kind of wanted to talk about something, and that is parasocial relationships and why it's kind of a bad idea to really feel like you're friends with, or you have a connection to, or put your hope into a YouTuber or a celebrity, I guess you could say. To be honest, I know a lot of you guys look up to me in a way, and I've talked to a lot of you on Instagram. Personally, I appreciate the support that you guys give me. And I'm not going to say that us having a certain relationship isn't cool, because it is, I think. That kind of connection, I think a lot of people need it. I'm just going to talk about real versus not so real, social media, aspects of social media, and people expecting things out of random people who just upload things on the internet. So I'm gonna get my coffee, hopefully, and I will talk about it as I'm getting it. I guess I've seen a lot of people, when there's some sort of like scandal that comes out about like a YouTuber or a celebrity, there's always people who are like, oh, well, I never expected it from them. All I can say is, you don't really know what to expect from someone if you've never met them. People who have like, they put out there that they're perfect, or that they have a perfect relationship, and you see that they actually don't have a perfect relationship, and they, for some reason, suddenly break up, and you realize that they're not perfect. Because what they portray on social media is they're a great husband or wife or father or mother, and you come to realize that you can't expect a lot from people. And when you expect a lot from someone that you don't even know, you're going to be disappointed, right? Like, I guess a few examples I can think of is like, well, recently, Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner, right? People were like, oh, their relationship is goals, it's so great, and then suddenly it comes out that like they actually didn't have a good relationship, and certain things came out about Sophie. I mean, not that I really believe them, I like Sophie, but certain things are coming out about like Joe and how he's kind of, I don't know, they're both kind of, there are a lot of rumors about both of them, and I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, this person's wrong, this person's right, whatever. I'm just saying that a lot of you didn't expect that to happen. And I don't think anyone really expected it to happen, because I love Sophie Turner. I don't really know much about Joe Jonas, but at the same time, it's relevant because of that. Another person that I can think of that this happened with is comedian John Mulaney. I'm not sure if that's like how you pronounce his name. I think it is. Cat is scratching on something, but it's really bizarre, because I remember him leaving his wife and going to rehab, and then suddenly ending up with someone new, and it's like he and his wife were together for a long time, and suddenly this new girl just ends up pregnant, and all I can think is, you made your comedy career off of your wife. Another one is Ned from the Try Guys, who suddenly just, everyone found out that he was a cheater, and we were like, what? And even I used to watch them on BuzzFeed. But it just, guys, you can't put those expectations on people that you don't even know, because you're going to be disappointed. And I mean, you could sit here and you could speculate all day on, what's going on in people's lives and celebrities' lives. All the shit that people put on social media, it's not reality. That's just how it is. You know, you're going to see people posting about how perfect their life is, how rich they are, how comfortable they are, how amazing everything is. You're better off not even bothering with that stuff. I don't really follow celebrities. I don't really keep up with them. For one, because they're projecting this lifestyle that I will never obtain, and there's no real point in sitting there and being super envious about it. I mean, there's really no point. And the second one is, what is the point of investing in a random person online, like heavily, that you're speculating about their entire life, and you're really just so hardcore into them? All I can think is, be casual about your support of certain celebrities. I mean, there are some people, of course, like, I understand why you would want to support them. I mean, they probably support charities or things like that, but take everything with a grain of salt. Not everyone is going to be a good person. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is just influencers and how they project this, like, this air of perfectness, like family vlog channels and things like that. Who in their right mind, like, honestly thinks that posting your kids online plus their faces is okay? I don't understand that. If I had kids, I don't have kids, but if I had kids, I would never do that to them, because first of all, that could be possibly embarrassing if they don't want to be included. I just think that it's their right to not want to be included in something that's so public. Second, there are certain people online who have certain bad intentions, who could possibly, you know, look up where you live and find these things out. And I feel like it's not a safe place to be so public online with your kids. I honestly, at this point, I think about a lot of people online, and I think about how I see influencers, like, oh man, the ones that truly bug me, right? The ones that truly bug me. I have severe body dysmorphia, okay? I'm not saying that the world should cater to me, but I am saying that people lie, okay? People lie about their bodies. And when I see people online straight up just telling people that they, you know, use this product for weight loss and it totally helped them, or there's so many predatory scams that will grab you with this juice or this like food or this or that, and tell you that this whole sob story of how, like, they used to be this weight and now they're this weight, or like they never got plastic surgery and this facial routine is what gave them the perfect jawline. It's not real. It doesn't exist, right? People are born with the face that they have. You know, they can gain and lose weight. I mean, I'm sure certain things can work to, you know, make you, like, stronger physically and maybe sort of give you some definition, but it's not going to change your jaw, right? It's just, unless you get surgery or something, there's no way to just completely change your jawline to, like, square or thin to, like, guys, it's not real. And when I was in the midst of my body dysmorphia, like 2 years ago, it was hard for me to look at women online, because I realized, like, I would never be them. But there was always this hope, right, that I would miraculously wake up with, like, an amazing jawline or something. Just not gonna happen. And it's okay, because not everyone needs to look the same. I think beauty standards right now are that you have to have a cute little petite face, you gotta have those cute cheeks, the rosy cheeks, you gotta have, like, freckles. I mean, you know, the kind of like an e-girl type look. I've met so many guys, right? Excuse me, let me take a drink. I've met so many men who love that e-girl look, and all I can think is, like, so you like something that's not necessarily real? like the Belle Delphine type look that caught on a few years ago, and now everyone looks like an alternative e-girl. It's like a whole new subset of alternative. Influencers are not your friends. They're not your close friends. You don't know them. Guys, you don't know me. I mean, I could be a complete serial murderer and you guys wouldn't even know. I mean, I'm not, but at the same time, it's like, you don't know that. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the relationship that we have. But at the same time, I'm not a goal. I'm not an influencer. And anyone that's like, that you look up to when it comes to like their body or something like that, you just take a second and think about it, right? Like, what are they trying to convey, right? They're showing off their body because they want you to like it and they want you to want to be like them. Girls that are online constantly like talking about, oh, I'm so like fat, oh my gosh, and then they have like this perfect body or something, or showing off my flaws, and they've got like the perfect hourglass figure. I understand people have things that they're insecure about, but this goes beyond that. It goes more to behavior that is more so attention seeking and more for validation and making people want to be like them. It's okay if you don't look like those people because you're not really supposed to. Half of it is filters, posing. I don't know if you guys know this, but it's super easy to pose to make like belly fat go away. All you have to do is suck in and like kind of turn to the side a little bit. It's not that hard. Like, I used to do it when I was younger, but at this point it's like, there's no real point in lying about it, I guess, because people are going to like notice it anyway. Eventually you're going to slip up and eventually you're going to turn the wrong way, or the filter's going to come off and people are going to realize that it's like, that's not what you look like, and it's okay. Right? It's okay that those people don't look perfect because nobody's going to sit there and look perfect all the time. I don't know. It's just, I have a lot of pet peeves about online, especially TikTok. Oh, especially TikTok. Every time I go on there, it's a perfect looking girl with perfect everything. And people in the comments are like, oh my God, I wish I looked like you. I wish I had your perfect jawline, or I wish I had your perfect this and that. And it's like, it kind of just makes me sad because I was in that place, right? Sometimes I'm still in that place where I'm like, wouldn't life be a whole lot easier if I looked like everybody else? It would, probably, because, you know, I would get the quote unquote validation from guys and girls all the time, and people would, you know, hit me up and want to talk to me romantically or as friends. But I personally don't feel like that would have much weight to it. I feel like it would all just be really shallow. Sometimes I feel like being myself, right, is a filter, okay? Being myself filters out all of the people who would never accept me for who I am. It's okay to not like me, but if I'm going to be with someone or be friends with someone, I want them to know who I am so that they're not surprised later on. Because if I was trying to like fit in and do all that stuff, I feel like I would meet a lot of people that I don't really like and that I don't really want to date anyway. It's just frustrating, I guess, that people are so hell-bent on fitting in. There's nothing wrong with, you know, wanting to look a certain way, but I feel like it is wrong when people are presenting themselves as something online when they're not actually that. It's frustrating because there are a lot of young women who look up to you, and they see that, and they think to themselves, why can't I look like that girl? Why can't I be skinnier? Why can't I be bigger? Why can't I have, you know, bigger boobs? Why can't I be perfect? Why can't I be someone else? everyone goes through that at a certain point, I think. Maybe not everyone. I can't speak for everyone, but I went through that. When I was younger, I had more of like a sense of security in myself. I was like, okay, I'm an individual. I don't really care what people think of me. As I got older, I was like, is me being myself hindering my ability to make friends? Is it hindering my ability to have romantic partners? I realized that just because everyone doesn't want to date you doesn't mean you're undesirable. Because not everyone wants to date me. I'm not everyone's type. I don't fit everyone's mold. And that's okay. But, you know, at a certain point, I kind of just have to realize that me being myself is going to attract the people that actually will accept me. You know, sometimes I don't have a filter. Sometimes I'm a little bit too much for some people. But the right people will always like me for who I am, and they will accept me, and they won't try to change me. And that's really what I'm looking for when it comes to relationships and friendships. And on social media, I feel like if I was out here pretending to be someone I'm not, first of all, it's impossible for me to do that because I don't even know how. I feel like I would just be pretending like, I don't even know. It would just be so bizarre. Like me pretending to be some kind of influencer or something and like, guys, I got this body by drinking this juice. Here, you guys, buy it. Like, it's impossible for me to do that. Not saying I wouldn't do like a sponsorship, but I'd never lie about it. I'd never lie and say that things happen because of this. There's no point in doing that because it's obviously not true. Like, I just get frustrated with things online and I try to avoid it. If you're someone who is like what I'm describing, someone who, you know, thinks like influencers are being genuine or has like trouble with like trusting influencers, I would say cut them out mostly of your life. Like if something is really bothering you and your mental health, cut it out because it's not worth the mental anguish you're gonna go through. I don't have TikTok. People think it's weird that I don't have TikTok. I go on Instagram sometimes. I don't really go on Facebook ever. I don't really do the whole social media thing aside from my YouTube channel. And even then, I don't post as often as I probably could. Recently, I've been posting a lot. That's because I have a lot to share. I have a lot of opinions that I want to share, and tomorrow I'll probably post, there's a video that I made like a few days ago. I made 2 videos, actually. It was a braces video. Kind of goes in depth about like pros and cons. And then the next video that I made was about progress that I've had in the past few weeks. Because I have been working on my body dysmorphia, have been in therapy for it. And I am planning on going to partial hospitalization program. So that will be upcoming. I'll probably be going to it for 5 weeks or so. So at this point, it'll be a long time before I'll be able to upload again. So I kind of want to get all this, you know, out before I leave. But that's really all I have to say this morning. I just wanted to get my opinions out there on this because social media is not real. Okay? It's a representation of what people want you to see. People want you to see the best of their lives and not the worst, and you just kind of have to take it with a grain of salt. Every time you see a post by anyone, even by me, it's like maybe they're smiling but hiding a lot of pain. Because sometimes, I mean, I'm smiling through a video or I'm going through something. Usually I'll say what I'm doing and if I'm going through something, but not everyone online is going to be honest about it. That's okay. Take their happiness with a grain of salt. They might be discontent, and it's okay to be unhappy sometimes. I just wish more influencers would show that side of themselves to make them seem a little bit more human. Anyway, that's all for now. Thank you guys for watching. I will be uploading tomorrow, probably the making progress video. I appreciate you guys. See ya.